thank you for being with us on this very important occasion of a South-South dialogue that Rudy and his team hosted through the day. I believe there were 200 of you from all parts of the world uh, trying to make AI work for people, and I think that's the theme, AI for people, that we are engaging on today at this particular event. But also, I think through the week, the Impact Summit is really about how technology and society can lead to a future that benefits all, lifts all, and is inclusive. So in that spirit, this particular evening will witness a few conversations and discussions, and hopefully it will support the larger agenda of the Impact Summit week that we celebrate at this particular point of time. Let me acknowledge His Excellency, the Prime Minister, former Prime Minister of UK, Rishi Sunak, who's with us, and he'll be speaking to us soon. Let me also acknowledge His Excellency Saeed bin Mubarak Al-Hijeri, Minister of State for United Arab Emirates, and he's going to be on the stage soon as well. And of course, Excellencies and friends, thank you for your support and your leadership to this particular initiative of the Observer Research Foundation. Let me tell you, there are 600 odd events happening in the city, and let me tell you, Rudra and his team are hosting 25 to 30 of them in different locations. So please join me in applauding Rudra and his team for the fantastic work that they have done through the day. And I hope that all of us can truly see that AI in New Delhi meets people. This is where we democratize technology and make everyone participate in its future. It may seem random, it may sometimes seem chaotic, but I'm telling you, this is a festival of technology. It's a festival of AI, and AI will never be the same again. So this is where literally, I think the Indian enthusiasm, energy, and democracy will embrace this particular medium forever. So thank you for joining us once again.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to Delhi, and welcome to the first AI Summit at the Global South. I start by commending ORF for their fantastic work in curating these excellent and diverse group of speakers and topics ahead of us. I speak as a policymaker that the coming discussion is of particular relevance to me. And that is because, as a practitioner, I know that very soon people like me, laypersons, will be sent out from many countries of the Global South to do battle, or should I say to negotiate, on what the landscape of new AI is going to look like. So here I have one request and a small addition to the list of excellent questions that ORF has put before you. And that is this: what are the specific normative guidelines that need to be put in place to have a global jurisprudence of the Global South? In other words, how do we ensure that in the coming age, issues of inclusion, equitable access, sovereignty are not seen as exceptions to or concessions from a global norm, but are seen as part of the norm itself? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening, and I wish you fantastic discussions ahead. Welcome to Delhi once again.
Respected ministers, distinguished leaders, friends, colleagues, welcome to Delhi, and a very good evening to all of you. Over the last few days, we've seen extraordinary innovation, remarkable models, powerful tools, breakthrough capabilities. But tonight, I want to focus on something else. I want to talk about impact. Innovation builds models, impact changes lives. Earlier this week, I was in Andhra Pradesh, and I met a smallholder banana farmer. She showed me how she used an AI-enabled advisory tool to identify a pest attacking her crop. She took a photo, sent it in, and within 48 hours, there was a drone spraying pesticide and solving her problem. She didn't talk about innovation. She talked about saving her crop. She talked about protecting her income for a season. That is impact. Across Africa and much of the Global South, challenges are real. Farmers facing climate volatility, health systems managing workforce challenges, teachers closing learning gaps with limited resources. So the question is not whether AI can do impressive things. The question is whether it improves outcomes in places that require it. When innovation becomes impact, three things are going to happen. One, public systems become more responsive, more local, more understandable, more usable in the languages people speak. Two, we move from one size fits all to the right customized solutions, right fit solutions, right advice at the right time, at the right place. And third, we increase impact per dollar. But impact does not happen automatically. Much of advanced AI development is concentrated in a handful of countries and a handful of companies. Training data remains skewed towards a few major languages. If we are not deliberate, innovation will move faster than impact. So impact requires choices. If it doesn't work in low bandwidth situations, it won't create impact. If it doesn't function in local languages, it won't create impact. If a frontline worker cannot use it, it won't create impact. At the Gates Foundation, our goals are clear. We've got 3 goals right now. One is no mother and baby should die of a preventable cause. The next generation should grow up in a world with no infectious diseases, and hundreds of millions of people need to escape the clutches of poverty. They are not innovation goals, they are impact goals. And we will not reach them with technology alone, but technology can be a very big enabler. So, history is not going to remember us for the models we created. It will remember us whether we improved lives. So let's celebrate innovation today, but let's be judged by impact. Thank you.